I'm going to talk to you today about whether you can identify as a hobbyist investor or a true wealth builder. And these three topics and tips, honestly, are going to give you the resources to know whether you're basically sinking in quicksand and you're just playing games with money and passing it investment to investment, or are you actually creating a portfolio that's going to last, grow, and become something that appreciates into a retirement plan for you? The main point we're trying to get across and figure out is whether you're treating your portfolio, whether it be one rental property or 100, like a business, or is it just a stressful side hustle? One of the most important financial documents is, ironically, your lease ledger. So a lease ledger is basically a document that shows the receipts and the invoices, paid and unpaid, of your tenant per unit. So every tenant has a lease ledger per the lease. It sets the foundation for success, and it sets the expectations super clear for your tenant, and it keeps you honest with charging your tenants rent on time, late fees. So when it comes to the topic of scaling and building policies, if you're not able to trust the people that you work with, whether it be employees, contractors, vendors, you will never be able to scale. And so it's really an emotional intelligence of knowing when to give and when to take. And what I mean by that is allowing your team, whether it be a property manager like myself on your team, or internal team members, or just handymen that you're contracting third party, let them make more decisions and then debrief after if you disagree. That way they can work through what they believe is the best process. So back on giving out the tip is, it's just literally the easiest statement ever, which is get yourself onto a professional property management software. Stop using Excel. You've probably graduated. If you wanted, and if you actually started using an Excel file and tracked it manually, you have now earned the right to go buy software. It should not be more than $150, maybe $200 a month with a small portfolio to have the proper financial tools to take back charge, to take back charge of managing your properties. That is like gonna be the only way that you get your lease ledgers detailed enough and be able to scale out, so that way you don't spend 40 hours a week building chart of accounts for each tenant in each Excel file. That's crazy. The second habit of having policies, procedures, and basically the goal to scale your time, to scale your portfolio and get your time back, it's important to note that a professional landlord that runs their portfolio like a business treats their tenants like customers. If you have high emotion with every inbound text, call, email from your tenants, you are probably turning into a hobbyist, and you need to get back on track to being a business owner. Customers, sadly, are always right, and so we have to make them happy. But at the end of the day, if we don't set them up for success, they will run rampant through your portfolio. And it is always a good thing to set standards up in the beginning. We, a lot of times, go over our basic policies and procedures during even the showing. So this is before someone applies for the property and signs a lease, because it's the most exciting time of being at the property for the customer. Overall, the lease ledger, if you're not actively recording a lease ledger, if you're not creating systems and policies and letting your team take action and debriefing on positive and negative things post-task, and also we have to have people have the freedom to make decisions on their own, but with the policies and procedures that steer them the right direction. So the amount of times we debrief on a negative situation is constantly lowering. So once again, I appreciate you checking out this video. We're putting a video out for you every single week. So again, subscribe to the YouTube channel here, like, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified the next time I put out a video for you. Again, if you're a landlord looking to invest in Knoxville, Tennessee, that's where I'm located. Rent is actually due, so pay up, buddy.